All right, my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Our second broadcast for today. We're back here again for today. Yes, Merry Xmas to every one of you once again. I wish you all the best ever 2022 can ever produce in the mighty name of the Lord Jesus Christ. We are back here again. This one is from Mr. Sonny Omokaro. As you all know, Mr. Sonny Omokaro was the man. In fact, I will have to recapitulate. Let me recapitulate a little bit so that some of you can understand why we are here. Watch this video.
Look at Sonny Omokaro that came out with that publication. Look at what he's doing with his gun. Look at what he's going with his gun. Look at what he's doing with his gun. Sonny Omokaro that came out yesterday with publication. I told you yesterday that publication. Look at him, look at him. He's developing us, look at us. Look at Sonny Omokaro. He's been sponsored. He's been sponsored by Zayamo and Co. They want to show the Portuguese government. Look at him. He's carrying the compassion. Look at him. Fire! Shoot! Shoot! Look at him. Look at him. Look at Sonny Omokaro. Fire us. Look at him. Look at him. Only you want to cross for look at him. Yes, wait. They will arrest him with this thing. It's a cut rate. May I cut that cow neck? Cut the rope. Cut the cow neck rope. Yes. That's us. Let's cut the rope. Don't worry, police will come. Visually with the gun. Visually with the gun. So your Omokaro is carrying a passion. He wants to come back to the era of discussion, to the Bush's activities. You can see him now. The IG, the CP, the government of the station. Look at what he's doing. 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 But we will not retaliate. We will not face him. But look at what he's doing. Look at Sonny Omokaro with passion. I don't know who last said to the carry passion. Look at him. Look at Sonny Omokaro.
Okay, people, thank you very much. I wanted to recapitulate on that so that I can take everybody back again to how it all started. Yes, Mr. Sonny Omokaro is going to talk to us right now. As you all know, it's always good to hear from the other side as well. Yes, we all we escalated the whole issue, especially in the name of that weapon, pump passion, but none of us, knew how many people that were behind the camera, what was about to happen, why he was carrying the gun, what led to him trying to carry the gun or trying to protect himself. So we would like to hear from him so that we can take it from them. People in diaspora, people all over the world. Let's hear from what Sonny Omokaro wants to tell us right now. Yes. All right, I can see every one of you right here already. Mommy Diaspora is in the building. Momda of all. Israel Samuta, my brother, is right there. Sifo John is with us as well. Good morning to every one of you. Vivian De Rose, I can see you as well. Thank you very much for joining us. Clarence Bell, thanks for joining us. Good morning to you. Saro Obakwalo, Nancy Stone, I see you right there. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Let's do this together. Let's hear Edgar Nazo Sazua. I see you as well. Thank you very much for joining us. If I don't mention your name, please understand with us. We need to move on straight away into this. Let's hear from Comrade Sonny Omokaro.
Yes, 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 yes. A wonderful good morning to you, all my conscious Edo people. I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist, Comrade I Bogu Emmanuel. And this very morning, I'm sitting next to my brother Kingsley Omokaro, Comrade Kingsley. Sorry, Comrade Sonny Omokaro. Sorry, Chairman. You're very correct for giving me that correction. Once again, this morning, you all has been aware of what has rocked the social media and even the local media in Edo State. Talking about the arrest, investigation, and charge of Comrade Sonny Omokaro for possession of firearms and I think for butcher-related issues, in Edo State. Very unfortunate. This morning, if you have watched that video, you would agree with me that it was just a side of it, and I think he will be speaking all of that for himself because we're giving him the platform to do so this morning. Very well, there've been issues, and I think it is very necessary for the world to also hear his side of the story. If you observe closely on all social media platforms across the globe, nobody has said anything, pertaining to what really transpired on that day. And him seeing the whole incident decides to come out to also air his own side of the story. So, comrade, you're welcome. Before we start, I just want you all to know that we are currently at the same scene where this incident occurred on the 8th of December 2021, some weeks ago, and it was all here, that drama we saw on the internet where police were also trying to, calm him down. He was holding a pump action gun and a lot of, issues that followed. Although we on that set, they also met with the butcher chairman who also was very unable to come up online that day because of activities on his hands. He also gave us listening ear, and we also reported same to the media. But for the sake of that video, Comrade Sonny Omokaro wants to say his own side of the story. So, Comrade, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Well, my name is Comrade Sonny Omokaro. I am a butcher by profession and the pharmacy chairman of the union. These premises that we are now is my premises. This abattoir was built by me. So on that very fateful day, I came to this place to do my normal business, slaughtering cow for public consumption. I am also a member of Edo State Vigilante group. That very fateful morning, we just finished patrol. I decided to come to my place of work. Luckily, the arm that we used to work that night was inside my vehicle. As I parked my car, I entered my abattoir. The next thing I heard was gunshots from the entrance. I thought they were armed robbers. But when I saw that they were coming closer and there were more gunshots, so I have to run to my car, get the gun, and fire a shot. Use the arrow to scare them away. Only for me to discover that they are not armed robbers, they are butchers. What do people want? Because they've never been here before. I've been operating here for more than 8-9 years now. They never come here before. Akere and Zibah has never been here before. So I was asking them, what do people want? I saw that they were very aggressive. They were shooting sporadically into the air. So I have to quickly call the DPO New Benin police station.
Okay.
To come to the rescue. Because I am not a member of their union. But we have two different unions in Edo now.
We hold on a little bit. you have two different unions in Edo State.
Yes.
Can you throw more light into that, please?
The union that all of us know is the National Butchers Union, which Osamede Adun is the national president.
Okay.
That is where we belong.
Okay.
But Akere just come up and said he has formed a new union, and that's how he's operating by force. Though he has never come here to disturb me till that very fateful day.
Okay.
So when I saw the way they were acting, I need to protect myself. So my actions were that they were on self-defense. I was holding a gun, but I didn't shoot anybody. Even with the gun, you saw the way they were harassing me. Even in the presence of policemen, see the way they were harassing me. I was always retreating, moving back. They were moving forward, trying to attack me in their numbers. And
hold on a little bit. Were you trying to tell me that on that fateful day, because the video we saw was showing you inside your abattoir,
yes,
even to the extent where a cow that was starved nearly attacked you.
Yes.
Even to the extent where we saw that policemen at the back were also telling you to drop your firearms. So what led? Can you give us an explanation into what led to all this?
Okay, they came to attack me.
Okay.
Unfortunately for me, I was armed, as they were also armed, because I was coming from a vigilante duty. So I tried to defend myself. I hold that arm. I did not shoot anybody. Even with the arm, you can see how they were aggressive. If not that I was armed that very day, maybe I would have been in the mortuary now or in the wheelchair, because there were more than 30.
30 in number?
Yes. What would such people be doing if not to come attack me or to kill me? This abattoir is my private abattoir. It's not theirs.
Okay, I want to ask you a very, very sincere question. Are you aware butchers don't kill meat on Wednesday?
No. The issue of butcher don't kill meat on Wednesday is not a law in the butcher system. It was created by Akere. Says nobody should slaughter cow on Wednesday. But do you know that people still slaughter cow every Wednesday? He will stop some from slaughtering. He will ask some to slaughter, and those one will pay him money. I have called them and said that this thing that people are doing is wrong. One, you are creating artificial scarcity. You are making this product to be very expensive. Why? You are making the public of the high-end money. I told them that I cannot be a party to it anymore. That I will slaughter my cow. You understand my point? So that is one of the reasons that led to me doing a publication before the day. Before they attacked me.
Okay. You say people kill cows.
Yes.
In other abattoir.
Yes.
So what that implies is that you also kill cow in your abattoir.
Yes. Yeah, Wednesday, yes.
Okay. Is there any law stopping you from killing cow? As to your union or whatever? Is there any law, in Edo State that is operational that says you should stop from carrying out cow-related activities or butcher-related activities on Wednesdays?
Not at all.
So
it is even beyond that. There's a law in Edo State that prohibits anybody from limiting the number of cows to be slaughtered for public consumption.
There's a law?
There's a law. This is a copy of the law.
Can I have a copy of it?
I'll give you a copy. Let me bring your attention to the section. This is section 13 of this law. It said any person who coerce, threaten, or force any member of the abattoir or butcher association to limit the number of animals to be slaughtered on a daily basis shall be guilty of an offense under this law.
Are you serious?
I don't.
When was this law enacted?
2006, and it was signed into law by the then governor, Lucky Benedion, His Excellency.
Okay, and that law is a law to provide for registration, formation, and regulation of abattoir and butchers association Edo State and other matters connected herewith. Okay, and that law here I can see here it's 2006. Okay, I would really love to get a copy of.
I'll give you a copy.
Okay, so but since the chairman, you people have a union. And I believe in very many forums I have seen Akere, representing the butchers in Edo State. How come he is the chairman that the people know, and you are saying that his union is different from that of the unions, and he recognizes you also as a former chairman of the union?
Okay.
So what is the discrepancy?
When I was chairman, the union was one. It was National Butchers Union. When he seized power by force, he now break away from National Butchers Union. Said he's not a member of National Butchers Union. That he has his own union. And he called his union Practicing Butchers Association. We are not member of Practicing Butchers. Me, I'm a member of the National Butchers Union. You understand my point? So that is why whenever he's doing his things, we that are members of National Butchers Union, we are not there. That's why I said we are two different unions. Because he break away.
Okay. I think this would be a discussion, because I really want to see those laws.
Okay.
And get to believe in some of the things, because whatever is a law must be respected.
Okay.
Now, a shift from that. On that fateful day also, I also heard on Akere's statement where he mentioned Pastor Saige Zeyamu's name. Are you an agent, or do you do butcher business for Pastor Saige Zeyamu? What is the correlation?
Thank you for that question.
Between Pastor Saige Zeyamu and the abattoir business?
Thank you very much. Pastor Saige Zeyamu is not a butcher. All of us knows him as a politician and a pastor. I am a member of the APC.
Okay.
They are members of the PDP.
Okay.
So, he mentioned pastor's name just to get cheap political support from government house. That was the reason he mentioned Pastor Saige Zeyamu's name. But he's not a party to this. He doesn't even know whether we exist. He doesn't even know anything about church. Doesn't concern him. He used that to get government support. That's why he mentions Saige Zeyamu's name.
Government support?
Yes. No, Akere always boasts that his source of strength is from the government. You understand my point? And
okay.
That has also played out in this very, very matter. Because when I was in New Benin, I saw some government officials that came. That this matter the government is interested. This is not a political matter. It's a butcher issue, and should be treated as such.
Okay. It's more of a butcher.
It's a butcher issue. It's not a government or political issue at all. But he is trying to make a political issue to get support from the government.
Okay, so are you saying that what really transpired here? Because that when I met him, I was privileged to have met him because I got copies of your publication.
Yes.
And it triggered me when I saw that they said people were making revenues out of it to their private consumption.
Yeah.
And such a thing, I know the government of the day, preaches against it.
Yes.
So I really wanted to draw the attention of the governor. Then a few minutes later, I saw, a video of you carrying a pump action gun right in this very facility I've just seen.
Yes.
The question I want to ask, do you feel oppressed of what happened that day?
Seriously. Because this is my own private property. If any question need to be asked first, what do they come here to do? Why in that large number? Why the shooting?
But they said they were on patrol to ensure that they enforce the no selling of meat
on Wednesdays. I have been operating this place for more than 9 years. They've never been here. That's the first day they came. That's the first time. If they are on patrol, why have they not been coming to patrol in this place ever since? Because they know I'm not a member of that union, so they don't patrol here. That day they didn't come for patrol, they came to attack. They came to attack me. If they are on patrol, would they be shooting? Look at the walls of my patrol now. Look at gunshots wound everywhere. Go around, you see gunshots wound everywhere. I feel heavily oppressed. I called the police that very day. So I should be the complainant. I am the complainant. Or should I have just wait for them to just kill me? Does the dead man talks?
Wow. I think those across the globe would obviously be surprised with what is coming out of your statement today. But I also still want to ask. I also still want to ask. Have you been able to put up any reports, prior to this particular incident, to relevant authorities as to complain about their activities, or have you been able to also reach out as to your fellow butchers to see if the same thing you're complaining about is also what they are also complaining about?
Well, I cannot be a judge in my own case. I would like you to go around by yourself. Go and ask my fellow butchers and hear their opinion. If mine is different from theirs, then you put up a report.
So you are saying there's oppression in this market?
Generally.
So what do you think is the cause of, what do you think is the effect of this oppression? How is it affecting? Because before now, when we spoke on phone, you said the cost of meat in the market, this also play out to be part of what causes the effect of high cost of meat in our market. So can you elaborate more on that?
Okay. Normally, we slaughter enough cow for public consumption. By the time you come out and reduce the number of cows that we slaughter, you cause artificial scarcity. And this will not shoot up the price of cow meat. You can't buy cow meat anymore in the market today. It's too expensive. And somebody is benefiting from it. By the time it reduces the number of cows to be slaughtered, me, I want to slaughter, you want to slaughter, you go to him and kneel down. You have to pay to slaughter. If I pay 10 or 20,000 naira that I want to a cow, I will definitely put that cost on the cow. Who suffers it? The general public. And I know the kind of governor we have. They are not aware of this. Our governor is a no-nonsense governor. He's a technocrat. He will not allow something to happen to those people that he loves so much. Of course, the good work he's doing in those states. If he hears this kind of thing, he will frown at it. So I was even making preparations to let him know this before this attack. I spent 2 weeks in detention.
Okay,
so
what you are saying now, that the reason for this attack was due to the publications
yes
you came up with, because I was privy to that publication.
Thank you.
I read through it where you complained about extortion and what have you. But the question I want to ask is, are you comfortable with the position of government on this?
Well, the government has not people come out on this now.
So
we have not heard any statement from the state government on this. Maybe because of the U-tide, that's why everything is slow. But I believe after the Christmas and New Year celebration, something definitely had to be done.
Okay. For the purpose of clarity, I just want you have said, because that video was not showing the other side.
Yes, it's only showing me.
It was only showing one side.
But you can hear another noise from behind.
Yes. So can you just really illustrate to the world?
Okay.
I think at this point we have to stand up. But before we leave, he has shown us this bullet shots. He has shown us this. Okay, this is your tag. Yeah, he has shown us these bullet shots. As you can see, these are pellets from a bullet. You can see the holes. You can still see some here. You can see some.
You go to the other side, you see even more.
Okay, let's work with this. Just hold this one like this. So you can see. Let's walk around. So you say from there, but there are always policemen up there.
Yeah, that very morning the policemen they were not around there.
Okay.
They don't come.
Okay, I think.
I see bullets. See mark of bullets in my wall. All this, the police did not bother to even investigate who did all this.
Okay.
They were just doing somebody else's bidding and just arrest and charge me to court.
Yes. So can we? So I think this was one of the last things where the police was with you. So you were saying all of these areas, there were boys in.
They were fit up with their boys.
Oh, Sonny, comrade.
Yeah.
It's audio, not. I think you guys have known each other in this business.
Yes. I know him as a talk, not as a butcher. He was a talk to the national chairman.
A talk.
He was a talk. Himself.
Are you saying somebody who is a butcher chairman is not a butcher?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm 37 years in this business. If he does, let him come and let me ask him some few questions pertaining this business. If he can answer me face to face.
All right. So we have.
You can see from the entrance of this abattoir, they pushed me down to this place. They were just putting their camera on me. I keep moving back because I don't want to harm anybody. Even with the arm, they were still trying to overpower me. Why didn't they record everywhere, record their own people that were around? Even with the presence of police, they were doing that. So had it been I was not, and I would have been dead by now. I can assure you.
Are you serious?
I'm telling you, those people they are not. I don't know the word to use to classify them. This premises is a private premises, my own premises. But they said I came to attack them. How can you say I came to attack you when you are in my house with more than 30 boys? So who is attacking who? Who is attacking who?
Wow.
Those are questions that need answers. You came to another mass premises as early as 5:30 in the morning in large numbers, and you are alleging that the person came to attack you. My friend, we are humans.
Okay, so now when you got to the police station, did you have the opportunity of getting a balanced investigation on this issue?
I wasn't even allowed to talk. Record statement, charge him to court. The police were doing somebody else's bidding. That person, they will tell me with time, we'll get to know. The case was not even investigated. They just record statement and charge to court. Meanwhile, they've already used camera to paint a different picture before the public, before the whole world.
Are you serious?
Yes.
All right. So my conscious Edo people, I believe you guys are hearing from the horse's mouth.
I want to make a special appeal.
Okay, you want to make a special
Yes.
appeal? Yes, anybody.
My good people of Edo State, both home and abroad, I want to make a special appeal to the people that this case that I'm fighting is not a personal thing. It's a public interest that I'm doing. You can't go to market and buy meat again. It's too expensive. That is my pain. That is my argument. That is why they are fighting me, because somebody is benefiting. Seriously. I also want to use this appeal to everybody to join me in this struggle. I also want to appeal to the governor of Edo State. I know him to be a very good man with conscience. He will not allow anybody to be making his people. So I'm appealing to him to please come into this matter and do what is right. Thank you.
All right, so you have gotten the appeal from Comrade Sonny Omokaro. I used to know him back then as the chairman of Butcher Association, but nevertheless, I never had a one-on-one with him, not until this issue. And I was very surprised, even at the time when I picked interest in what was happening in the Butcher Union after a publication he brought out. I became shocked that such a thing should be happening. But I've also met with the chairman. I think this is high time the relevant authorities speak an interest in this issue and render certain solutions. So while we're discussing, you made mention about the union and how he has imposed himself. And for some of us, we see that as an allegation that needs to be proven. What do you say about your union? Is it that you don't go for elections?
We do.
Or you don't? You don't have a constitution.
We do. There's a constitution.
You don't. So what is the problem? What is it?
If in my publication, you discover that I mentioned that our constitution has been violated.
Okay.
We have a constitution, and we have this period of 4 years election. All those things has been defeated now with the power. This Butcher Union is not a government establishment. Government interference into the union is the problem we are having now.
Are you saying government is interfering?
Yes, seriously. The truth must be said.
Okay.
Even if the truth is bitter, somebody must say it.
Yes,
I
agree with that.
A situation whereby the people should choose who leads them via election, not somebody imposing itself.
What is the strength of your union?
In number?
Yes, in membership.
In membership, we should be about 5,000 to 6,000 members.
just in Benin City?
No, across the state.
Across the three senatorial districts.
District.
Okay.
Yeah.
So these union members, how do you identify them? Do they own abattoirs or
No. It's not everybody that owns abattoir. For example, I own this abattoir. People that are operating here are more than 15 butchers.
Okay.
And each butcher operates with at least 3 people.
So what's the requirement that makes you a butcher?
One, you must have a butcher's permit. Before you obtain a butcher's permit, you will be an apprentice for some time. Once you master the market, you go for a butcher's permit. Then the union will register you to the union to start operating.
Okay. So like it's an association issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Once again, my Edo people, you have heard from Sonny Omokaro. The reason why I am this surprised this morning that I really don't see the butcher market as a market that carries people who are this vast to explain themselves. You know, unlike many other unions you see in Edo State. For you, sir, do you think there's a change, you know, that can fit in? Can you say what you expect from the authorities, or what you expect from the chairman, or what you expect? Can you just say, because I really want to know, can you say what you really expect from these people?
From the authority?
Yes,
from the government.
Yes.
Well, the state government should be seen playing the role for peace. And the only way that one will happen easily is via credible election. Let the people choose who leads them. One. You understand my point? By the time they elect somebody, whoever they want to elect, the person will be working for the butcher's interest, not for personal interest.
Okay.
By the time he's working for the butcher's interest, it will also ensure that the price of meat is what will not affect the common man negatively. And thirdly, we also make sure that the meat we slaughter for public consumption is hygienic.
All right.
Because now it seems no control. People are just there trying to make money for themselves. That's the bottom line now.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so this is your butcher. Where is this situated?
This upper mission.
Upper Mission.
Before the bridge.
Okay, so are you the only butcher
Abattoir. I'm the only abattoir that is here now.
in this entire area?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So that means there were no other butchers here. So just strictly you working in this part of
Yes.
Okay, so we see where you're coming from now. So my conscious Edo people, if you can even see the last time when we saw videos from here, it was somewhere here where 3 policemen were standing, and I think Sonny was over that particular end. You can see the space. He had a gun. Probably he would have fired at them, but I think for him to have retreated, I think there are a lot of issues that needs to be investigated properly as to, you know, that incident that took place. So you can see it. It's a peaceful place. It's a peaceful place, and that is it. So, comrade, it's a nice time talking with you.
Thank you.
And I want to believe that you channel your complaints to relevant authorities.
We'll do that.
And do it lawfully, because I want to also verify that law that you said was signed in 2016.
Yeah.
I want to see if that is a law. I would have to verify from the state House of Assembly, and from there we'll begin to talk.
You can see certified true copy, Egbe Ewoma, Esquire, clerk of the House of Assembly.
Okay.
6/3/2013.
Okay. All right. So we have heard from comrade here. He has said this is a certified true copy, but we're going to do our verifications. And on the other end, we just want Edo people, particularly media presenters, to please let us look into this issue, because this is what is affecting our markets. So let us not keep quiet about it, and let us also ensure that we do what is best to give the common man on the street a better life. Thank you. Once again, I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist. Just walk around and show the world what this butcher looks like, this abattoir looks like. I mean, me first be saying a slope when I did that deal.
No.
Wow.
See this time, they come with me.
So people make as much as 5 million naira a minute on here.
spending money. Oh. By the time you don't know how many people are studying cars, they need to pay you to sort out.
And it has a network that observes what they do.
Yes, I have boys that. That's that. A lot of boys around because they want to feed from it.
So if you look up to where that vehicle is parked there, that is the entrance. That's the entrance of the road. If you look up there and you turn back, you can see what really transpired. Now there are people in this place who do their business here, so you can see, and you have heard. I think we're going to be live much later to throw more light on this, and I want to call on sister media stations to also analyze this, and we'll do our best to hear from all sides. For we on Emmanuel Bogun TV, we want to say have a nice day.
All right, my people. Now we round up on this matter. We consign Sonny Omokaro. Yes, I believe you all have watched this. You listened to it, and I can see many of you already sharing your opinions already on the comment section. Only two things I have to say on this. The matter is in court. I cannot really deliberate more on it now, but only two things from me is one, for the first time I'm hearing that this property here belongs to this Sonny Omokaro, is a private property. According to this video here, according to this video, according to this video here, I thought that Sonny Omokaro went to these people with his firearms. I'm not in support that they carry the firearms because we still want to know if that firearms was licensed. Okay? But in the other way around, this is his private property. So it means, if I'm not mistaken, these people came to his private property. And another thing that I want to say is that if you check this video, let me be playing it and be talking. Whoever that was recording this did not show the environment, did not show us how many people were behind the camera. They were only focusing on Sonny. So what I think that the court might focus on is that how many people were there. I don't know. Sonny have said it now that this is private property he owns here. I don't know if he's telling us the truth, but he just said it, that this is private property. I'll leave that to you guys. We are waiting for the judgment from the court before we can elaborate more on this. I like this interview. It's always good to hear from the other side as well. But my main focus is the firearm. Is that compassion licensed? If yes, yeah, that's fine. But if no, what is the government doing about unlicensed firearms across Edo states? That's another thing I want us to talk about. We have a caller right here. Hello, go ahead, talk to us.
Good morning, my brother. We listened to the video.
Thank you.
And also from the interview that Emmanuel Bogun did.
Yeah.
And the observation, first and foremost, we have to start from every individual that were present there.
Yeah.
We're all faulty, or we should blame both sides.
Yeah.
I'm going to start from here. Now, listen. First of all, we see that people identifying themselves as, you see, when they ask him, what is your name? He said, my name is Comrade. He emphasized on it, comrade. That is the one aside. A comrade who is supposed to make sure that everybody is safe and to fight for human rights. They are not calling themselves, Busha will call themselves comrade. This one will call themselves comrade, all fighting for human rights. Now hold on. Now, second of it all, The person interviewing he didn't put in a question to say, that gun you were holding, you said you work for the security agency. Did the government know that you are part of it? That's number one. This gun that you were carrying is prohibited. Was it licensed? That's number two. Because you want to play the other side. Then you see that he talks about party inside, party politics. He said he belongs to the APC, and those one belong to the PDP. My people, this is how you see that they have divided every one of us into party thing, affiliation. And this is what is causing problem. Even pushers now are now using it to fight themselves. Thirdly, the people that were present, who are you going to blame? It is the security service that were present in that place. This is his private property. You didn't order the people who will video him to step back because that is his private property. You are invading his space. To step back, even if you are going to video, you are going to video from afar.
Yes.
The security services failed also in their duties to make sure that that place was calm. If it was to be in the West, you won't see something like that. They will push you back because you are invading private.
Exactly. I'm surprised because this is my first time I'm hearing that, you know.
I've been watching it. You see, the person interviewing is always central around certain things. This is why we are seeing a lot of confusion in our state. We don't want to say it the way it is. We don't want to ask necessary questions. You see, even the interviewer saying that even the person in power now does not take nonsense. It shows that there's something good about it. But my fear is the judiciary system we have in Nigeria or in the Edo state going to do what is justice? Because I'm saying this thing from a very broad page of it. There's more to it. Like he said, there's more to it. It's very clear now to the audience that there's more to it. It needs to be investigated. And those people, that girl that called the day this thing was happening, we want to also know because she said she was present at that side. We want to also know. We want to get how many people were present. Let them tell the world. Were they having guns as well? Because we want to know if that's what's killing them. But
but he said it. He said it that they came that all of them were shooting guns. That's what he said from the beginning.
Yes, that is what we are alleged. That's what because we didn't hear the gun, but we are saying it now. We need to know if those people who came to invade him as well has guns, they should be put behind bars because they are invading his properties.
Yeah.
But our question is for you to say you are in a justice security network. Were you registered? Was it known to the state? And the gun you were holding, was it licensed? And how come you were carrying a gun that you use in fighting? Don't you have people that takes care of all these things?
Or maybe the gun, maybe because he just mentioned that is part of the Edo State security vigilante. Maybe the gun belongs to the vigilantes. Who knows?
Exactly, but it belongs to the vigilante. They are supposed to be kept somewhere, not for private use. This is the thing. Because everybody, they were speaking and people were also watching and analyzing and noting things down.
Yeah.
These are the areas we need to also deal with because our people, we don't know how dangerous this thing is. You see, it has metamorphosed into a union. We spoke about these things yesterday. Into unions. You see somebody representing the same is calling himself a comrade. This is what annoys me. Why are you guys emulating as a comrade when you are not actually demonstrating what comrade is? And the comrade is interviewing you and I never ask you, do you understand what the meaning of comrade is? This is the thing you have to put to the person who is interviewing. You see, it's always one-sided and they think that we in the diasporas, we are stupid. We don't actually analyze whatever they say. We are jotting it down and this is what we use in asking them questions. You cannot say, call yourself a comrade and you're parading guns and it's not licensed. Then it means you are actually putting people in jeopardy. And the people who invaded his own properties, if it means that they also have the gun, they're even videoing themselves and not videoing themselves as well. There's a problem to it. They all need to face the justice system. And the justice system must actually come out now to actually find like what he said. And I agree to him. There should be a proper investigation, which I love about him. He spoke very well.
Yeah.
But my issue is that why will you have a compassion if you are from the Edo State security network? And have you ever seen a security personnel in the every places you live taking their guns home. This is the problem we having.
I think the government will need to answer that more. Yeah, because we have been talking about these security agencies for long. You know, they are not properly structured and all that. So I don't think government will be, you know, supposed to answer that question.
Yes. Yeah, that's my question. So the person who is interviewing who cannot ask question, who is just moving, running around circle, and the person who he was interviewing was giving him a concrete information, you know, but he wasn't putting the concrete, you know, questions to them, to the right person.
Yeah.
So that is my question. That is my contribution today.
Thank you very much. It shows that you watched it from beginning to the end. That's my brother right there, Israel Semota. Thank you very much. Talk to you later.
You're welcome.
Yeah, bye. All right, people, I can see more people were calling in. I missed calls. So if you want to call in right now, we are rounding up in 1 minute. In 1 minute, we've been here since morning now. I don't know, so we'll stay here this long. You know, so if you want to call in now, just call in and let's talk. Okay, I have someone calling in already. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Talk to us. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good morning. My name is John.
Good morning, sir.
I just get some few questions I want to ask.
Okay, sir.
I know that you are a social media presenter. Do you belong to any association?
No, never.
Okay, you used to belong to anyone in Nigeria?
Never. I will never, and I will never ever.
Well, my brother, let's forget about this English. You understand?
Yeah.
The main issue, because the first day I watched this the video that you just showed,
Yeah.
I was able to think that this man went to that place to attack those people working there.
Me too.
I never knew that he's the owner of that place.
Exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, my brother, everybody gets as it is for that Nigeria. You can't wait for government. You need to protect yourself.
Yeah.
You understand? That is just the way I see this issue. As far as he is the owner of that place, he has every right
To protect himself. Yes.
My brother, what would it everybody know how Nigeria be. You understand? You will protect everything for yourself.
Even me, my brother, me not know. I don't know say na he get this property. I think say na he carry pump or go meet there for us.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. You understand? So, my brother, let's forget about the government need to regulate this union. You want that this union and they cause all this problem with the state.
Yeah.
You understand? Now this union and they cause all the problem with the state, my brother. We will not say the fact. Let's forget whether the last go and all last go. Now Nigeria, you yourself, you already talking as everybody knows the king. You understand? That country will be saying everybody can find everything for yourself. So you don't need to wait for if say maybe don't carry go that they move for all years you don't die.
All right. But the question still go is the gun license. That one we really want to know. You know, we need to be sure if the gun is licensed, because if not, my brother, what affect A will affect B.
I can tell you what, I just want to tell you something. All this vigilante, different things now, there's vigilante. All this vigilante, you will stop by and say, even this guy, they need to go, this way they talk your person, he belongs to a vigilante, right?
Yeah.
If you follow this normal guy, you surprise say, in May, the place where they say he be vigilante. You understand? So what am I trying to say is the government know about all this thing that is going on. This group say he be vigilante. If they check the name, yes, the name really there. But the government needs to come together and know, give them the.
So what you are saying now is the government that failed. The government failed, yeah? Yes. Okay. I support you, my brother. Yes.
You understand? Okay, if I go to Nigeria now, I'll just go join them. I want me and join the vigilance. Put my name for register. I'll get my own gun. You understand? So, my brother, it's just the government need to do so many things to regulate all this thing that is going on. All this union needs to stop before we can know what to do. All this union, union. If you want to buy tomato, you will get union. If you want, it's too much. You understand?
All right. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Someone else is calling in. Hello, brother Kenneth. Talk to us. I'm hearing you. Good afternoon to you. Yeah.
Continue. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
You see, one thing. There's something I want to contribute.
Yeah.
I heard people saying invasion of private property. Sir, you know, the law always supports. The law is always against the invasion of property, invasion of personal property. It's only when you operate within the law, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That when you are operating outside the law, I don't think that invasion of property is possible, because nobody knows what is happening here. Because this guy said it's his personal property. Fine, it's his personal property. Are you sure the government is in support of him operating? We should look at that. Because he's a pusher, fine. He was a pusher. Or I don't know if he's a pusher. And he was the former chairman of pusher. Aren't you sure that now probably because they now have a new chairman, they have their ways of doing things, which this guy is not ready to abide by? Don't you think that we should look that area? We should not just be considering personal property. No, you can't be selling cocaine in your house, thinking that because it's your personal property, it's not going to be invaded. No, it's not when you operate.
But even though someone wants to invade your private property, if you are selling illegal items or whatever, it's supposed to be the police, the government, not an individual, civilians.
Yes, I learned that very day they went there. They went with the police, isn't it? They went to the police.
No, he said he was the one. He said he was the one that called the police. Yes, he said it on this video. He said he called the police and they came and something like that.
Please, sir, what I would love you to do is just that. Please try and hear from both sides of both sides of this very issue. You understand? He is just speaking from his own side.
But it's the first time he's talking. The other side have already they already talked with us the other time in the courts. Try to watch the video on our channel. We interviewed the other side already. This is the first time Sonny Omokaro is talking to us. So what we need to do now is to talk to the other side again to verify if this building is his private property.
No, even though it's his private property, sir, if it's authorized to operate in this very building.
What are you saying? If he's authorized to operate in his own private property?
No. You know, there's sometimes when it's look, this Busa is an association. They might say we don't want you people to, because it's like okay, you do yours on Monday. If you understand it very carefully right now, he said people are trying to restrict the way they kick out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's where the government needs to involve. If you have to stop anybody by force, you need to involve the government. You cannot take laws into your hands.
No, sir. Look, when you are controlling stuff, you know when it comes to meat, it has to be healthy for human consumption. You know, look, in every country, we have people who regulate these things. You have to go there. Then they have to give you a kind of, they authorize you to kill that very cow. They have their mark on it to show that this cow is heading for eating. You understand?
Okay.
If you allow any individual, because he's having a Busa house or he's having an abattoir to kill, are you sure that the cow they are going to keep there is going to be fit for human consumption? You see, probably that is the reason, because there are some people that are controlling this stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's having an abattoir. He might just say that because after there is my abattoir, if you have cow, come and kill my abattoir. Probably these are what the people are against.
Okay, yes. Okay. Anyway, the case is already in the court. That's why I said I don't want to deliberate more on this. I want the court to take the final judgment on this.
Exactly, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. The case is already in court, my people. So, okay, we have another caller calling in right now. Hello, good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good morning, sir. My name is Simon Leguja. I am calling from Sanitary.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, talk to us, sir.
From your discussion that Omokaro said he is the owner of the property. That if I'm not doubting if he's the owner or he's not the owner. One of the things is that if he's the owner of that place,
yeah,
where the incident happened, his own cow supposed to know him. His own cow that he chained supposed to know him. His own cow wanted to fight him that day.
No, sir, on that, I will dispute you. You know why? They are bringing different cows to Busha every time. Maybe that cow was brought a day before. How do you want the cow to just recognize him immediately? When they slaughter a cow today, they bring another one tomorrow.
Yeah, but at the same time, my brother, you see, sometimes all this thing, it wasn't so.
Yeah.
This thing is not backfiring against us. Insecurity, we that are security are being insecure now. Didn't do all this atrocity that is being committed to.
Exactly.
We should wake up to say no to every evil in our land. Whether it's my mother or it's my brother, it's my father.
Yes.
Evil is evil.
Exactly.
At all levels. Whether party or no party. Yeah, evil is evil. Today we discover that even I know that the voice the person used and the person name he mentioned was too high for but we discovered that there is really pleasant attention now in the palace. You see, there are people who are doing things that are not supposed to be. We should say it out clear and plain. We should say it as it is. We are Moses. We are we should say it as it is, whether license or no license. Which license? License for you to go and use compassion to kill somebody.
All right.
We should say
but
it as it is.
At the moment, sir, other area that we are trying to look into now is that we are not sure how many people were behind the camera. We are not sure if these people were also holding weapons, but they claimed that they hold weapons as well. So at the moment now, we can only see this video here, which this video was only showing Sonny Omokaro. That's it. So I don't really know.
The issue is that in the video, even phone, we were still doing something. All this thing happening here, we have the solution in the palace. We have the solution. Sometimes when these people are, because when you go to court, if you allow a murderer to explain him or herself, you will free him or her. You will free him or her. Evil is always evil.
All right.
Whether you were chairman before or you are not chairman before, but then that place is not your home forever. It's like a government. A time come, you will go. Another person will come in. We have forgotten that somebody that could promote the ever rule in those states. Even we've forgotten. They are still alive. They are still living their normal life. But we want to here. We are running and we are not even going as fast and we are still running.
We have so many problems in those states, sir. You are very right. We have so many problems.
Individually.
Yes. Yes.
Until all of us look back to see I am responsible for this problem.
Yes.
Until we all take this responsibility by ourselves. And then they are going to imagine go back home and see what is going on. We are complaining of the we are complaining of Aboki now. Aboki we should be buying land and building house.
Yes.
In our own country there. Until we check all these things, you go and say, even social media, everybody can say it's because they don't have job. That is why they are robbery. That is why they are kidnapping. That is why they are doing this and doing that. We have been giving chances to all this evil, and it's coming back. Even one no first, so okay, nana you want. A time we come, defense we drop myself. I will seek an lawa. Until which that is why it is now time for all of us to face the reality. Everybody's crying out that there is hunger in a country where they don't even need manure or fertilizer to grow food. We cannot face the reality. Nobody wants to go to farm. Okoko here with 9,000. Okoko 9,000. We found that you can rear for within 2-3 months. It will be better for you to eat. Nobody is doing it.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We have to face the reality.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. God bless you.
Sir.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Yes, sir. All right, let's hear from someone else. Hello. Please turn down your system. Turn down your system. Go ahead. Talk to us. Turn down your system, please.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
My brother, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I just want to throw in something here. The thing is that you see all these things we are complaining here, everything lies in the hands of government.
Okay.
The only thing we have that we have totally dropped off from the government. We are just looking onto our traditional council, but it is a problem constitutionally and everything. The traditional council don't have the chain of government to control everything. However, but they can help us.
Yeah.
And I thank God that there's a lot of reform that is already going on the outside. They are doing a lot of things. We need to understand that the only thing that is relevant for us now is that traditional balance, and we must stand to defend it by every possible means we can, because when you take heights from there, you now look at the Benin of today, my brother, you will see that nothing is left. People are now living very lawless manner life. Like this guy that is here, let us be sincere. You see the way he pointed that gun for the first time, he started going back. His intention maybe was to scare the people, because that is not the nature of things that is back home. People are not using force. If you arrest somebody today, police could carry and they go free and tomorrow. People don't even believe that law is there to protect them any longer. So everyone they want to have that sense of security by themselves and the ability to defend themselves. Some of those things is what led to this guy to be carrying what is carrying. But under normal circumstances, I want to give an example. I have worked in the slaughterhouse here in Sweden. I'm calling you from Sweden.
Yeah.
Now, the greatest problem we have out of the level of our ignorance back home is that we don't even know what is called job. But the governor is telling us he's going to create job. Okay, here in Sweden, in slaughterhouse, do you know the number of accountants that is working? Do you know the numbers of veterinary doctors that you have to employ? You can't just be killing animals like that. And every single animal you kill, you have to account. That's why they need an accountant. You need to prepare payroll for people. I don't know, you get what I'm saying? You're in a vast country, you should getting my point. How the graduate used to get job.
Of course.
Okay, now you have a lot of it's an industry, so you have a lot of equipment, machines. People must be there to repair and operate some of them. They are very sharp. You must send people to school to use these tools, because if they got any injury, they don't have the certificate of this school. The company is in trouble. The government is not going to take it lightly with you. Okay, look at the way we do it in our place. Somebody will say at the pusher. That's all. The government don't care. We don't have government, as I told you before in another program. What we have is government. We don't really have government, because the number of cow we are consuming, they don't have record. They guess, because no proper data to take care of it. You get what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Okay. In that state slaughterhouse, there are a lot of jobs. There are a lot of security. People that run business administration, this is where they employ them. All sectors, professionals, involve transportation, involve a lot of things. Is our government able to develop it and use to create job? A government that doesn't exist, how will it develop such a thing? We still remain with that crude system. And the world is moving. That's why a problem is coming out every day. We need to wake up and change things. This guy, if he has committed any offense, let him face the court. But however, whether he owns the people that went there also, do they even have right to go to that compound? If somebody, under normal circumstances, if somebody offended you and you're having a quarrel with person, what do? You go to court, you go to police, you want to complain. Police will go there and arrest this man. But the people that went there were not police. That's why we pointed a gun at Nigerian police, so the police will not shoot at that person. Do they have right? It's a place where we use power. That is why power jump power. All of them should go and face the rod of the law because the video they made, they only recorded this guy action. They should also show their own part. I don't know whether you understand.
Yes.
Because they never went there with ordinary hand. This guy knew that there's already tension. He knew what those people are up to. That is why he held himself and defended, stand for himself. And he never would just pick that gun and start shooting. He pointed at them and started telling them to get out of his place. And he was moving backward. If those people were not ready for quarrel, they're supposed to stop and start calling the police that this guy is armed. All of them want to show power. They don't even have right to go there. He doesn't even have right to point to anybody. They should go and face the law, the rod of the law. But what I'm still saying here is that our government is not in existence. They are not going to create jobs. If I tell you the number, because the place I live in Sweden is a small town, if I tell you the number of people that work in slaughterhouse, graduate from university, and they are still looking for people as we speak today. But our own, we are unable to move from where we both stopped to whether or not they will teach us that local way for over 70 years to date. We don't test the meat we eat. If you go slaughter, you see where they kill this meat, you see one with the fly for blood everywhere. No hygiene, nothing. No inspection. No standard for them. They just kill it and push it.
But who do we blame for this?
We don't have government.
Good.
The problem is that our people are not facing the reality to say, look, we don't have government. We need government. Having a governor doesn't mean you have government. Obaseki is like for me, I don't want to start talking about this issue. I don't want to use your program to insult anybody. My brother,
Don't insult you at all.
It's the name of vigilante group. This is another tsunami. In 2013, I will see the reality. It's another big problem. Look, the whole state. I will take instructioning with social what is it called security vote money. What stop Edo State not to have our own? The Oba Obini was trying to launch what is it called neighborhood watch, but I don't think it got the support of the governor. That's why those things are stopped. Not that the man is not working. He wasn't not the first person who told us that they should ban CDA. If he has gotten the support of the governor or the government is really in action, the CDA would have been stopped completely up to now. Whether they come in the name of Okaile, they would have been operated in that name. Since you have been chatting the people like Omokaro this thing, or in this program, were they able to arrest him? Because he have a connection to the state of House of Assembly. So they are not able to do anything. These are people who wake up and say they want to make law. They are making law for to punish the common man, to create fear in the heart of the common man in the street.
Yeah.
Not for them to help it. Currently, we don't have government at all. We don't have. Edo is really in a mess, and the governor is not willing to listen to even to anybody. He just want to do it on his own, and now for next year, they will only be planning how to win the next election, and that one will require them pampering this talk.
Yes.
I'm just telling you.
Exactly. No, I believe you.
They will start pampering them, and after that election, then that is where the disaster will start. And during election, you are going to see the way things are going to be, because before the previous election, people were not as armed as the way it is today. Who are the vigilante group? These are just criminals, thugs. They wake up, they put on uniform, they have no basic education. There is not even law. Since they created this thing, the state of assembly, they have never sat down one day to debate how to create law for them, how to regulate them. We don't even have time for that. Even we don't even have state of assembly, 7 people out of 24. Is that how it's supposed to be? Why can't they call for election, even if those guys are being notified? You understand? So only God knows what we voted for. May God help Edo State, because we are really in a mess. Like the way things are going, everything is fucked up. We in diaspora, we should share the way. If our people are not willing, we should stop sharing their money. If you learn work, I support you to go start your own. If you don't learn, my brother, go find what you want, and you know. That's why you go come be, because even like saying I will spread them. They don't want you to touch anything. Our land, we don't give out to foreigner. Everything, you go back home, you see people everywhere. Is it not because we are pumping money to the economy? That's why those people are surviving? It is. But our people don't want to work. How can a youth wake up? You don't want to work. You don't use power, everything. And if you work with our people and they will frustrate you, you'll be looking for foreigner to give the work to tell you to mess up. That is on ground. If you give any job to any of them, the way they will mess it up, you will be forced and be looking for the foreigner to pay them to do it for you.
All right.
How long are we continuing with this?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I can see many of us are frustrated due to the way the government are governing our states. So for me, I don't talk. So I like the fact now that many of you are not talking. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing because it now looks like me. I was just talking on my own. But when I see you guys talking now, I like it. So we have another caller right here. Good morning, sir. Mr. Joseph Sunday. Thanks for calling in. Talk to us.
Good morning, Nigeria Wash.
Thank you, sir.
Great morning, Nigeria Wash family.
Thank you.
You see this explanation where this our brother they give. So going by the video and all the explanation he has given.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. These people went there on account of an association. Did you understand?
Yeah.
They went there as a slaughter association. And going by the reason why they went there, even though they are an association, they don't even have right to go there alone. They're supposed to go with the police. You see, every organization, every association operating in Benin today, even before now, they have enforcement team that we go about to correct or sanitize the association. Like, for example, I worked in a studio before in Nigeria before I came to Europe. This association is called VPAN, Video Cameramen and Studio Owner Association. They have enforcement team that enforce to make sure there are sanities in the association.
Yeah.
And whenever anybody did anything wrong, they want to go and enforce and make sure that that person did the right thing. After informing the person, maybe the person refused to respond the way it ought to be. They will always go there with police, not alone. When you go there alone, you are taking the law into your hand because you want to go and enforce somebody who refused to do the right thing. We have the enforcement agency, which is the police. You cannot do it yourself as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
That is where these people went there were wrong. And number two, you saw that guy with a gun. He was with a pump action gun and he was running back. Have you seen anybody who is with a gun and running? There's nobody that will be with a gun and be running if there is no gun facing him also. Did you understand?
Yes, of course.
The point I'm trying to point out is this. You see that video was one-sided video. And they did not video themselves to show that they were not with harm also. If they were not with harm, I see no reason why that guy will be running back with harm in his hand. You understand?
Yeah.
So those people who have come to enforce that guy, what's it called? Abattoir. You know, when this case happened initially, I called into this program. I said there is no individual that have right to operate an abattoir without the government awareness. If the government have no license as in register these people who came to that place, they have no right to go to that place because they have registered this association. That's why they said they have right to go and enforce anybody who refuses to respond accordingly. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And going there alone, that is where they went wrong. And they should be able to show you the video showing themselves that they were not armed if they want to explain to you, because you said you are going to call them to explain to you, because this man have already said to you now that this is his own personal property.
Yes.
So if they are explaining to you that yes, this person is his own personal property, but this was the reason they went there, and because they register an association, they should be able to show you themselves that they were not armed. If they are not, because in the court of law, whatever you present in the court of law is used as an evidence. The judge is not God. he need an evidence that is beyond reasonable doubt. When the lawyer that is defending this guy, if he raised this issue that I'm telling you now, that this association who went there to enforce should be able to show the video showing themselves, covering themselves as an evidence that they themselves were not armed. You will see this guy will be free. Because if they cannot show themselves, it showed that they were also armed. That is why this guy was running. You see? If they were not armed, going by the fact that this guy was with propulsion, they would have run out of that compound immediately. Because you don't argue with a man with gun, except you are mad. Anybody that is not mad does not argue with a man with gun. Because they said we were armed, that is why they were what's it called? They were approaching this guy, and this guy was running back. That was what happened there. To me, what I've observed in that place. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right.
Yeah, bye.
All right, my people. I think we need to round up now. We need to round up now. Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you all. We are going to try to take it further to ask more questions from the other parties, because this is my first time hearing that this is his private property, and you know what that means. You know, your private property, people coming there. You know, sometimes you want to defend and protect yourself. So it is called self-defense. But other question is still the firearms. Is the firearms licensed? Yes or no? So I think these are the questions that you guys should be focusing more on. Let me talk to somebody. The last person today. Hello, good morning to you. Please, your name and where you're calling us from.
Merry Christmas, my brother.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Domo, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the good coverage.
Okay, yes,
you remember the day there was a debate on Niger Watch?
Yeah.
Okay, when this our brother Sonny Omokaro issue came up.
Yeah, yes, of course.
You remember my contribution that day? I'm the one that called in, and I said, that woman that called is a consultant to one of the party of the crisis. You don't expect her to call into your live program and tell you the bad side of their own side. She always tell you the sweet side.
Yes,
I said,
you said
it's
so.
always good to rebalance our reportage.
Yeah.
That's Niger Watch, the biggest platform. You hear what one side have said, hey, it's but go take the pace and go the extra mile and hear from the other side. If possible, bring the other side on the live show too, so you can hear and balance the whole thing. So thank God Sonny has been released now. Interview has been done. You've heard his own side. So when that guy was just shouting, is that young man? Is that young boy? Is that young boy? How can this young boy just wake up and say, Sonny, go there, go and kill somebody? Nobody can fight governor. So they were just trying to bring politics into it and all that. So we thank God. Let's go and
yeah.
You know, we are all one family. Politics has never been this bad.
Thank you, sir.
Since Obaseki coming in now, we are divided among party line. The election which is not good. We are one big family. Politics is supposed to be a game fun. If you win today, you are in office. If you lose, you will relax for the next time. You know, but I don't know this continuous threat. You know, we only have one state. You know, someone like me, I don't hate Obaseki. I only hate some of his policies. I want the man to succeed. I have no other state. If the man does not succeed, I will suffer as the citizen of the state, even if I'm in the country or not. I have family.
That's true.
So we should be praying for governor and say ideas to him how to succeed. I don't do bad politics. I don't believe in APC or APDP. You know, I believe in one they do. You know, the great they do and the unity of the people. So I thank God for your platform and
we lost him there. All right. Clarence Bear said he has been calling for the past 7 years. Okay, let's call Clarence Bear back. My brother Clarence Bell.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you. You've been calling now for the past 7 years. Talk to us.
It's all right. Thank you. Happy Christmas, my brother.
Happy Christmas. Thank you.
I just want to reiterate a few things about what the Swedish-based caller talked about. You know,
yes.
It was absolutely correct. You know, I would say let us just put aside maybe the guy holding a passion gun and all that, I felt so disgusted when he said that the government shouldn't interfere in slaughterhouse affairs. So that was a very, very disgusting statement. In the first place, we have what we call the sanitary inspectors.
Yeah.
Checking how sanitized a slaughterhouse is or should be.
Hygienic purposes.
Yeah, thank you very much. If you recall vividly, there was a time I forgot the part of Europe. There was this, I think they called it then a foot and mouth disease.
Yeah.
That affected some animals, I think cows as well. They were all slaughtered because they were not fit for human consumption.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Even in supermarkets, very big retail shops here, you see sometimes they recall some certain.
Yeah, but do they really care about these things in Nigeria?
Yeah, but the disgusting part of that guy's interview was that he said government should hand off any business with slaughterhouses. So that means they are free to sell whatever they want to sell, whether diseased animals or whatever, it doesn't really matter, because without government control, this is what we're going to have, if you know what I mean. So that is the major the major aspect of that interview that got me kind of worried.
Yeah, but the only person, his statement, I'm not really interested with that statement, because it's the government that have failed. It's the truth. If you're a governor today, Clarence Bell, do you think the Bushers should be saying government should remove hand for anything to do with it? So some kind of statement that I'm hearing, I don't like to capitalize or emphasize on it, because I blame the government for things like this. You see a common smelly Okaegele will steal other people's land, they will be saying that go and complain to anybody, nothing will happen to me. So who do we blame for all these things that is happening continuously in Edo State? Who?
At Nigeria Watch, in all honesty, I quite agree with you. We should also apportion blames to government, because government are supposed to at least enact a law.
That's what I'm saying. It's government.
Yes, you are very right. I quite agree with you. You're very correct in your opinion, and you're very correct. Yes. But it's so shameful that our government, they just shy away from their responsibilities, that it is free for all. You can do anything you want to do. They don't really care.
Because they are friends to many of the crime committers in Edo State. Government are their friends.
Absolutely. Even I remember, even you talking to me, I remember when this guy was caught, and when we heard he was taken to court or by prison or all that, you said he was going to spend the rest, the Christmas and even the New Year.
Yes.
That was what you said.
Yes.
But I was even surprised that today he was comfortably seated.
That is Nigeria for you. Now get level. You need to get level, not to stay for prison. If you not get level, you go sleep there.
Even claiming right, he even referred to being a member of the vigilante group and all that. So it was even when he said that, when he made that comment that he belongs to one of the vigilante group or something, I was like, oh, this guy had a premonition of what happened. Why he left the vigilante office with the Pompation assault rifle, to just take care of himself, So you are very right. They are friends, paddy with the government officials and all that. So that's why they take laws into their hands. Nothing will happen. Go tell you want to tell. But I just 2 minutes now to spend for detention, of police. So it is sad. You are very right.
Thank you, my brother. I saw your message just now. I'm just reading it as we're talking right now. So I will send you a number, then you call and make arrangement from there, okay?
Okay, but that number, before I call, you would have spoken with the person about everything, right?
Yes, of course, no problem.
Okay then. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, bye. All right, my people, make me round up, I beg. More round up. We'll be here since morning. We're still going to have other broadcasts for today, so at least let me have some rest. Thank you very much for your time. I can see a lot of people commented. Your opinions are very, very important. The reason why I said always leave your comments there, because these people sometimes they come there to read comment, they look what you're saying, they learn from what you're saying, and sometimes your comment change their lives as well. So please, when you are writing, always be constructive and write. Don't write with sentimentality. Just write, put it there. What you think about it, put it there. Let everybody learn. Nobody is perfect. So for me, the case is still in court. The only area that I would like to stretch a little bit is with the other parties, to find out if this property was really Mr. Sonny's private property. I would like to find out on that. Meanwhile, I would also like to bring the current chairman on live broadcast where he can come here to talk to us what is actually happening. Although we've already talked to him the other day, but I want to bring him here so that they can answer some kind of series of questions. Yes, that's our concern. But one thing that we must know, we are trying on our own, but we cannot really do much because if the government are paying deaf ear to so many things that is affecting you and I in our state, what do you want us to do? Thank you very much, my people. And God bless you now. We'll round up from here. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.
I'm not doing it.